Dr. Lin Ming-nan represents Tzu Chi to share the positive impacts of vegetarianism at an UN conference. A Tzu Chi care recipient in Taiwan has devoted all his time to care for his bedridden mother. Welcome to Diet Headlines. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. At the United Nations Climate Change Conference, or COP25, numerous meetings are being held every day. Among them is one being held by medical professionals, scholars, and social movement activists. Dr. Lin Ming-nan, Deputy Superintendent of Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital, promotes a vegetarian diet be a way to slow down climate change to worldwide participants.
So global sea level also reached record.
The effects caused by climate change are being felt throughout the world. Studies done by medical professionals have shown that public hygiene is also affected by climate change, and the number of diseases transmitted by mosquitoes is increasing. Modern people's preference for meat diet has resulted in high carbon emissions and also a burden on health.
Not with stop eating completely meat, but a little bit of meat. There are people that is not so involved in that.
希望我们在慈济所做的
I hope that the studies we've done in Tzu Chi, such as the influence of vegetarian diet on health, can be shown to everyone at the UN Climate Change Conference, so many healthcare professionals working in hospitals can also promote vegetarian diet to their patients.
Dr. Lin Ming-nan, Deputy Superintendent of Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital, has been attending the UN Climate Change Conference for years. Through his efforts at several press conferences, the work done by medical organizations in Taiwan has received the attention from foreign media.
For the 3 years, we provide more than 3,600,000 vegetarian meals.
To have this kind of beautiful and incredible person as a doctor, for me is an honor to be here to hear him what they do right now. Is for this reason I was very motivated to come here with the channel and introduce him in my channel too.
If healthcare workers can promote vegetarianism with their professional knowledge, it will be a major step in the global effort against climate change.
On the fourth day of Tzu Chi's aid distribution in Laos, the volunteers distributed aid supplies and rice seeds at an lessened tempo. Some students from a Chinese school have come to help with translation. Local volunteers are also deeply touched to see how Tzu Chi volunteers from several countries work as a team to help the affected residents.
Before daybreak, Tzu Chi volunteers from 7 countries have taken off, heading to the aid distribution venue. In the aftermath of the floods, the roads have not been repaired. The volunteers travel for 2 hours before reaching the distribution venue. More than 1,000 villagers have been waiting patiently at Tzu Chi's first aid distribution in Savannah Cat. The flood caused by heavy rains and collapse of the dam has devastated the village. The ancient temple has also been affected. The villagers thought they would have to go hungry during Lunar New Year. Now they're happy to see Tzu Chi volunteers deliver aid supplies and rice seeds. Besides Tzu Chi volunteers, 80 villagers also joined the ranks of volunteers. In addition, students from Chinese school have come to help with translation work.
Your leader told me that he needs 30 students to help with translation. After I told the students about this, they immediately volunteered to help out.
At the Asian temple in front of the dignified Buddha Hall, people expressed their gratitude for each other. A local volunteer, Chen Zhenhui, feels deeply touched.
Tzu Chi brothers and sisters have been accompanying the people here. We could not imagine this before. We are deeply touched by everyone's contribution.
Having received rice seeds with best wishes from the volunteers, the villagers look forward to a good harvest in the future.
Tzu Chi volunteers hosted a cultivation day in Mozambique with volunteers translating the program from English to the local language. Considering the hot weather, volunteers rented a classroom to accommodate local volunteers with an 80-person classroom filled with 140 local residents eager to learn Dharma wisdom. The classroom can only fit in 80 people originally, but on the Tzu Chi Cultivation Day, there were 140 volunteers. After Cyclone Dalin Tzu Chi's help has inspired many local residents to give back.
If we are arrogant, we will lose our blessings and wisdom like a mountain slide. How can we keep the Dharma spirit? We must be humble. Like when we are giving out aid, we need to bow. That's humility and respect.
One should be grateful to help others. That's the essence of Tzu Chi spirit. One should also have good habits and manners, for we must cultivate ourselves first in order to influence others.
Eu era uma pessoa que, nesses 5 venenos, eu tinha deles, que era
In the 5 poisons, I feel I have a serious problem for my bad temper. I used to get angry very easily before joining Chi Chi. I've learned to be content, be grateful, be understanding, and be compassionate in Chi Chi. That's how we can generate more love and harmony.
Respeitar ao próximo e aprendi também medicina da vida.
Master Xangue, então era tempo difícil.
The Bamboo Coin Bank story made me realize that when Dharma Master Zheng Yan first founded Tzu Chi, she went through a very difficult time. She had nothing, just like us. But with just 5 cents from everyone, we can have a great power to help others.
Outras famílias. Então é por isso que isso aí eu entendi que pouco consegue ajudar irmão próximo.
The impact of love has inspired local volunteers to pursue Dharma wisdom despite their difficult surroundings. Tzu Chi volunteer Annie Wen has set up a recipient camp for autistic families. It does not only let the children to receive occupational treatment, but also allows the parents providing long-term care to their children a chance to take a breath and relax.
In January 10, 2018, I wrote this note to myself. My dream is to build a respite care for my son. A place for kids with special needs to enjoy life and learn skill. Universe, please help me find a path to bring this alive. In the morning when I woke up, I just have this voice, it's just like Dharma Master Chan's voice. And she say, the place is there, it's ready, and you should just use it. Everything just come together one by one. So finally, in 2018, we have our open house. Kids are coming very soon. We have to be quick. And now each month, every month, we have at least 10 kids. And our waiting list, we have, more than 15 kids waiting.
Good job. Okay.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So what do you guys plan to do today?
I'm going to read the newspaper. I haven't read the newspaper in a month.
Oh, in a month. You have a lot to catch up.
I do. Yeah.
So today, Michael is coming, the speech teacher.
Yeah.
We're going to have the one-on-one session here.
Oh, nice.
Maddie will be the first one.
The parents who are coming here, their children are exceptional, and they require that much more care and time and effort. Sometimes they learn some things, but mostly they have fun, and it's important to have fun with other children.
It's really great for us to have just a little bit of space where he feels like he's doing fun things with other people, has more social opportunities as well.
We love our kids in a God-given gift. They get to see their friends again back together, they play or do some activities, which is awesome. It's like, nothing can be better than this.
We like this to be not so much like school.
So it's not like there's a certain agenda that has to be met. He gets the fun parts of the therapies and can relax and just enjoy the atmosphere.
It's respite for them. It's, relax. Do what you want to do today. Today, do you want to just sit down and listen to music? Do you want to play with the balls and, get a little rough, throwing things as hard as you can? Whatever you want to do.
When they come pick up the kids, you saw a totally refreshed parent.
Hi, how are you? Finally.
And that really made me so happy.
It's just really great because it just gives us some time to, catch our breath, to, relax.
Great Love Respite Camp, the break you deserve. That's her motto.
In Taiwan, a Tzu Chi care recipient has been caring for his bedridden mother for 10 years. 62-year-old Gao Fu-song sees caring for his mother, who suffered a stroke, as his only job. He makes sure that she does not have any bed sores. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers' help has lessened his burden.
I need to pay attention to her changes. See if she is coughing or choking on her saliva. If there is phlegm after she coughs, I need to pay extra attention. Changing diapers and wiping her body clean are the daily tasks. Yes, I must do it. What really touches me is that they are sincerely helping the people marginalized by society. They do not ask for anything in return. They care about my mother and me. They worry if I am able to bear the burden mentally or physically. They also provide daily necessities. I think if I can rent a place elsewhere, I hope to take care of her until she passes away.
Yes, in fact, we encourage him to bring his mother to a care center. Then he can look for a job and have his own life. If time allows, he can go see his mother every day. He's concerned that the care center won't take very good care of his mother like the way he does.
Hu Thi Tan is a Tzu Chi care recipient in Vietnam. When she was young, she was a teacher. Her grandson died a few years ago. and it was devastating for her to attend his funeral. Now, being alone, she felt very lonely. Tzu Chi volunteers started to care for her since 2006, and the teachers stayed in Vietnam. They came to celebrate with her.
When Lin Ming-nan was 18 years old, she became a teacher, and she had taught a lot of students. However, she lives alone at this old house in her late life. This date is the Teacher's Day in Vietnam, so Tzu Chi volunteers come to celebrate it with her.
Cô nhiều phước cho nên mỗi tháng cô góp bỏ vào theo 5.000.
Thì cô Thanh hôm nay có vui không?
Vui chứ, mừng lắm, giải và ước được ở chung với tụi con luôn. Ai cũng có gia đình cũng là riêng, còn cô già lại báo.
Cô có một gia đình lớn, thật là lớn luôn này, thấy không?
Dạ, cô chỉ là thăm tất cả các bạn cô trên như là sư, như là trong hội đọc luôn. Tối đêm nào cũng đọc kinh giải nữa, như giải tất cả buổi sớm tận dọn.
Em yêu phút giây này, thầy em tâm như bạc em.
Tzu Chi volunteers sing and chat with her, so she does not feel lonely. The volunteers keep her company like her family, so she can also feel being loved.
In Dalin, Liaoning, Tzu Chi care recipient Wang Zhongliang has physically challenged but is mentally healthy. He is a kind and honest person who makes a living with repairing equipment. Due to physical inconvenience, he often rides a tricycle when he leaves the house. However, the bumpy road in front of his house often causes accidents. After knowing the situation, Tzu Chi volunteers came to pave the road for him.
Although Wang Zhongliang has physical challenges, he supports himself by repairing shoes and locks.
Since both of the bones in his femoral head are damaged, his sister bought him a motor tricycle, which had made it easier for him. But since there were bumpy roads in front of the door, he often fell down from the car, especially during winter when the road was slippery.
After the beginning of winter season in China, snow began to fall with wind. Once the land freezes, it would be harder for Wang Zhongliang to ride on it. Volunteers helped him pave with second-hand bricks with some construction tools they collected.
Our elderly volunteers should be aware of their own safety. Don't exert too much force and get themselves hurt. If they're tired, they could rest. Some of the volunteers have provided hot water for them. Everybody could get back to work after taking breaks.
Volunteers sing songs to cheer each other up when they feel exhausted and get back to work after recharging themselves.
Although we're not professionals, we completed the mission with one mind and one heart. We hope that our care recipients will walk on a safer pathway. They already suffer from their physical illness, so we shouldn't let other difficulties create more trouble in their life.
The pathway is different now. I used to ride on this bumpy road and was afraid that I might fall out of my car, so I drove slowly, but the car just stopped. The road was well repaired. Now people can walk on it safely. Thank you so much.
After hard work, the volunteers have paved a clean and level road. They are filled with joy seeing how the care recipient can enjoy better quality of life.
As a native Keelung girl, Huang Yuting grew up next to the beautiful Xiding River. Yet upon her return, she found her beloved river polluted and full. Knowing what she must do, she took it upon herself to not only clean up the river, but also at the same time found materials to support her metal art creations. Let's take a look at her story.
All sorts like floaters, waste from the fishing industry, styrofoam, plastic bottles, and fishing nets. I've been doing this since 2015. It started because I wanted to start my own business, and I came home to find inspiration and raw materials for my art. I began with the river nearby my home to hear the North Coast shore. This is a place where my dad would take us to visit when we were young. In the past, we'd play around here. We would also fill out the bags we brought with us with the garbage left behind.
Growing up in Keelung, Huang Yuting lives near the Keelung River. Seeing the river become majorly polluted, she wanted to make a change. With her skills in metal arts, she decided to don on rain boots and find her raw materials within the pollution. She began picking up garbage from near her home to all the way to the ocean side.
When you finish picking up in an area, you gain a sense of accomplishment as you're giving back nature, its beautiful scenery and color. If you think of it that way when you're doing the task, it won't be as difficult. I don't wish to pick up all the garbage. I wish for the area to be clean and that there's nothing for me to pick up.
In the near 4 years she's been doing this, her wish for zero garbage is still in the making. However, her expeditions went from a solo activity to a dual activity thanks to her husband's participation. There are also local organizations which will host beach cleanup campaigns to help this cause. The items collected, if it can be recycled, she'll take it to the recycling, while items which are not recyclable are turned into jewelry.
There's nothing to worry about with this material because I'll change it into something new to change people's perception of it. As if one just uses the material straight as it is, then people will not find value in it. After cleaning and disinfecting, I'll transform the material into a clean raw material for my art pieces.
Huang also holds classes to teach how to use plastic waste products and fishing byproducts to create artwork.
By returning to my hometown, I hope to bring this topic more exposure locally and the use of materials in other public forums. I also hope to bring about changes in the families. If fathers and mothers know of these ideals, then maybe it can be passed on to the next generation. And if little ones come and like what we do here, maybe one day they inspire to be metal artists like us, or even learn how to take environmental materials and upcycle it to make into something new. This way we can together create less garbage in the world, as it's up to everyone to do their part to care about the environment.
Doing her part in reducing marine garbage and turning waste products into something new is what Huang is doing for Keelung. The power of one is sometimes limited, but her ideals are spreading through her artistic creations. Taiwan already has textile companies that are dedicated to turning plastic bottles and coffee grounds into fabric and clothes. Do plastic items thrown away like garbage need to end up polluting the environment for thousands of years? No, as there are companies globally that are working towards reusing plastic items. The steps in reducing, reusing, and recycling plastics are something that individuals, as well as groups, can take on to help maintain a more sustainable Earth.
A Tzu Chi volunteer had sudden heart illness before hosting a vegetarian event. Hence, community members helped to fulfill her vision. Take a look and see you next time.